I can recognise many, many faces here, and many good times are associated with those faces. So it's great to be here and be with you and able to share some things with you this morning. So Bev and I have been blessed since we left Erina Church, and we went to the islands for 4 years, and then we went and ran a big cattle station for 4 years, and then a big almond farm, and then we decided to retire. And we bought land at Mannering Park, and we have been attending the Wyee Church now for about 4 years. So we've got involved in the program there, and so we'll tell you a little bit about what's happening at Wyee Church. So we'll get the boys to put the first slides on the screen. So what happened there at Wyee, what attracted us there is that we got very involved as a church in a lot of talking about what we could do in the community. What can we do in the community? And rather than just talk about what we can do as a church inside ourselves. And so that interested both Bev and myself as we listened to the vision that these older folk had, because the church was very few in number, mostly elderly, and so they had this vision. So we decided to build a building that would do something. So they originally said, let's build a farm shed, just a little corrugated iron shed, and let's do a thing where we can have some clothing for the community. Then as time went by, we thought that's the wrong thing to do. So then we eventually got busy, and this is the building that we've built. So this building has a lift in it. It has about 500 square metres of space, and it has capacity there. It's got a commercial kitchen and a whole lot of things. It's not quite as fancy as your place here, but it still can do the job. So this building is built specifically for the community. So as we went on with this project, we didn't have a lot of money as church projects go, and you know all about that. So we set a budget of about just under 600,000, and we got busy, went looking for money. The conference were very generous, other parts of the church were very generous, and so we found a little bit of money and got started the building project. We submitted a DA. We got our DA through in 3 months, not like what you guys struggled with. So we managed to get it through in 3 months, and then the building started. The same time COVID came along. And what happened in COVID? It just shut everything down, didn't it? And the budgets we had set for 600,000, all of a sudden, lengths of pipe were doubled in price. Everything, building materials just went crazy. And so now we needed a budget of $1 million to build this building that was originally going to cost 600,000. So where were we going to find the money? We didn't have any money, so we just left it in God's hands, and we prayed regular as a group how this would happen. So then as we went along, the building has been put together, and we have a group of men that work on a project we call Men's Monday. We're about 8 or 9 men. We get together, and we've been responsible for delivering this building. So then as we got busy, the church decided that if we were going to be successful, we needed to actually register a charity and do something outside the church. So the church would have a charity, and the charity could then go and seek funding. And so we registered a charity called Wyee Community Hub. This charity now has the same capacity as ADRA or the Red Cross. It offers tax-deductible receipts, and we operate this charity with some members of the church, but separate from the church. So it's not controlled by the church, it's controlled by some church members that run this charity, and it's very successful how it runs. This charity is involved in all sorts of things. And because we set this charity up, the charity has been able to raise $525,000 in the last 12 months through writing proposals to get grants from the government and grants from other organisations. Because we offer receipts, government tax-deductible receipts to people, people have donated to this charity just under $100,000 for this year. So it's quite extraordinary. So what were we going to do? So we got busy, and so let's see if I can make this little gadget work. Oh, there we go. Wrong way. So we decided that what we would do is start a food program, because we have living right next to the Wyee Community Church. We're right next to the station, if ever you want to come there. So up in the bush, there's a whole lot of people. About 50 families live in tents and shacks and houses and containers. They've been living there for many years. And the church has been offering these people showers and toilets for a long time. And we've been offering them, helping them with food. So we started a food program. We got a call from the Sisters of Mercy from the Catholic Church, who offered us 50 parcels of food. This is when COVID was happening. So we said, yes, we'll do that. So that started in the October. So we started taking these out. Then they realised they were actually helping the Adventist Church. That was interesting. At the same time, we'd written a proposal to the government, and the government offered to give, we asked for 75,000. They said, oh, we'll give you 85. And then a couple of weeks later, they said, we're going to up it to 110,000. So that money enabled us to help us with the building and help us with the food program. The food program got started, and we thought we'd have 30 families. And today, this is what it is. So it's a market in the car park. We're not allowed to go inside the building because the building is still not finished. We've still got the toilets to finish in the building. So we operate in the car park under gazebos. We've got 11 gazebos now, and we get anywhere from 200 to 300, 400 people come every Thursday between 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock. And these people come along and we offer them a food hamper. And you can see there some of the volunteers. These volunteers come from all over the coast. We even have volunteers coming from Foresters Beach Church. They come and help. And you can see there some of the food hampers. We have these food hampers. It's $10 for 40 kilos of food that they get. And so that's about 35 or 40 items of groceries. And then they get fruit and veggies, a big pack, and then they get all the bread they can have. So that's for $40. And we're able to do that because of the other picture I showed you where we have the markets. And these markets sell produce. People love markets. Do you love markets? People love it. And they get there and they'll spend their $10 or $15, and those funds generate and actually help us support the hamper program. And you can see who one of our sponsors is as well in the hampers there. They help us with about, sanitarium that is, they help us with about 2 to 4 pallets of food a year. Mind you, that doesn't go far. We're currently using up to 15 pallets of food a week that we're actually delivering. So then these are some of the statistics. So attendees, we've had 4,300. Our monthly average is about 358 people. So we get new people coming all the times. We've got suburbs. You can see we're over 100 suburbs we're actually servicing now. People from everywhere come there and be involved. The hampers we do every week are about 120 hampers a week. If you multiply that by about 4 people in every family, so that represents we're feeding about 400 to 500 people every week. And so we're supporting people in a real positive way. So this is just a picture of the sort of produce that comes in. It comes in on 2 truckloads on a Wednesday morning. They start arriving at 6 in the morning, and then we get it all organised. And then on Thursday, we actually do the deliveries. The volunteers that come there, it's quite amazing how God has done this. Volunteers come from the community. Probably a half or a third of all our volunteers have nothing to do with church. They just see that there's an organisation doing something for the community, and they come and they love to be part of it. So it's quite extraordinary what goes on. So it's quite interesting. Some of the volunteers are ex-prisoners who are involved with our church. And one of the guys there at the bottom, David, he's one. The guy on the left, in there with the overalls on, he's a retired guy from the prison system, but he was the guy in the riot squad. He was the guy that was controlling the prisoners. So all these people come from the community and that are involved with us there. So it's quite extraordinary how it all works, how that God had a plan for all these people. Well, these are some more pictures of volunteers that come from as far away as Hamilton Church, from different churches on the coast, come and help us there in a real powerful way. So they're doing a witness in a positive way. And here's a text that's important. The King will rely. Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these, my brothers and sisters of mine, you did it for me. You know what Jesus has asked us to do? What we see at Wyee Community Hub is that we are the feet and the hands of Jesus. We see ourselves as not ministers, as not people that are going to be theologians to give you great dialogue in that area. We just do what Jesus asked us to do. Just be there and to give and to show people. In doing that, people come to us and they just pour their heart out, how they can draw close to how we can help them with life and with their challenges. And so we've gone forward and we've started another program in the afternoon. This runs from 1 o'clock till 3 o'clock. This is a program called Doing Life Together. This Doing Life Together program is quite amazing what it does. It's run by 3 professional health ladies with psychology and mental health training. These ladies run this program, and it's all about taking people that are really doing it tough. And this is a group, and some of these people that are part of the hub and part of the Doing Life Together program, just a few weeks ago, this is a picture of them, 9 of them came to church. And so this is not about do dead men tell tale stuff. This is about Jesus asking you to use your hands and your feet to just connect with people and share with them what's in your heart and let them tell us what's in their heart. And so this is what happens. So this Doing Life Together program, this is what's happened over a year, over 9 months. We've had 971 people through the door to actually learn about mental health. The mental health program is divided into 5 different programs. We talk about facing life where it's at. We talk about positive psychology. We talk about looking to the future and how you can be assisted. We talk about celebration, where we get people to make clay models. And now we've moved into the area of bereavement and actually dealing with death. And so these things are all part of what we do. This program offers 4 different 10-week training programs a year. So it runs for 40 weeks of the year. After each 10-week program, we issue certificates. And you can see here the certificates we give out. See the guy on the left? He was not long ago in prison. And he went to court just probably 4 months ago, and the judge was going to stamp his papers back to prison. And he was able to say, look, I'm attending this program, and the lady gave him a good reference, and the judge said, all right, so long as you go to that program, you don't have to go back to court. And he is not on his own. There is quite a number of these. I think we have up to 7 of these ex-prisoners that are now, the courts have instructed them, they have to come to this program, and they come and they help us as volunteers in the morning, and then they attend this program in the afternoon. And they have been through these programs, and Jared has decided on the right there, he has decided to come to church. So while I'm here today, he's at Wyee at church today, along with some of his friends. So does the ministry work? Sure it does. And so they were bold steps. Did we have the money? No. Did God have a plan? Yes, he did. Did we have the courage to do it? We did. And so good people have stepped out. In our charity, people join our charity. We have, I think, 13 members of our charity. They come from different Adventist churches over the coast. You don't have to be a Wyee church member to be in that charity. And this charity is actually touching people in a real powerful way. And this is more certificates. This is another prisoner on the right there, David. Another one at the top, Harley. Harley hasn't drank alcohol for now, I think it's 17 months because he's involved in this program. He is a beautiful guy. David, he carries the groceries to the people's cars when we do the food thing. He comes back skipping because he knows his life has changed and the opportunity has been created through what the charity is doing there and giving him hope and purpose. Harley is hoping, the guy at the top that I'm giving a certificate to, he's hoping to see his children next May for the first time for quite a long time. Because he is part of this program, the court has said, yes, you can if you keep doing this. So we're blessed and we're privileged to have these people that can help us run this program. And it's going from strength to strength. So that was the Christmas party last year. There's a lot of celebrating that goes on. When you have people that are doing it tough, that have come from a really tough situation, you run a thing like a party, and I tell you, you've got a party. And these people have really got something to celebrate because life has changed for them. It's dramatic what's going on, the change in their lives. And so you saw the numbers there, 900 people in 3 months coming through that program is just extraordinary. We had no idea that God had a plan that something like that would happen. So we are humbled by being able to be involved in this program. We have another program that we got funding for. I saw an opportunity to ask for some funding for a music program for youth. You know, since COVID's been on, the government are happy to throw money around. So we got $10,000 awarded for teaching young people musical instruments. And that program has had about 15 youth attending that over the last 6 months, where some of them have actually learned how to play a cornet or a guitar or a violin or whatever it is they're learning. So this funding is available not to you as a church, but if you have a charity, it's available to you, and then you can use it in the community to do things like we as a church perhaps could do. I've got a feel, oh, no, that's not the last one. So this is the last one. Some of you may know these girls. So this is I'm proud to say that these are two of our daughters and two of our grandchildren. These girls I'd like to thank Aaron at church for what you did to help these girls. You'll remember that they came to us and in our family, and because of connecting with you people, you supported them as well. And thank you as a church for supporting them. So I think I need to stop because you all want to go to the lesson study. There are many other stories I could tell you. I'll tell you about one guy, Greg. He came 2 weeks ago to the food support program. He was embarrassed. He didn't know what to do. He came through the line. We have a line, people register. And he said, tears were in his eyes. And he said, I don't have any money. He said, actually, I have $1. And so we said to him, okay. So we gave him 2 food hampers. And he said, I don't get any money from Centrelink for another 6 weeks. I'm really doing it tough. I've got a wife and 2 children. And so because we've made the effort to have this program, we were able to help him. Now, and we didn't tell him about the 3 angels message. We told him simply, we'd want to help you and we're happy to help you and please come back. Some of these people, we help them and they come back to be volunteers. So it's quite extraordinary how that if you put yourself out there, God will have a plan. There are so many stories like this I could tell you about things that are happening in this place. So we're extraordinary. The guy that runs one of the compares on Lake Macquarie FM, he has been connected with us through one of our ladies. And so now he rings up and has an interview with us, and he is talking on Lake Macquarie FM, that's a commercial station, and he's saying, if you people out there want to see angels without wings, come to Wyee Community Hub and you'll see them. So God has created this opportunity, and we are really chuffed. So if you want to get in your car on a Thursday between 10 and 1 and go for a drive, drop into Wyee Community Hub, straight behind the railway station at Wyee, and just see, in a simple way, something practical that we are doing, not to make a big thing of pounding our chest. We're just doing something simple that God has asked us to do. So thank you for having me be part of it. We just ask for you to pray for us. We need your prayers and we need your support. I'm not allowed to ask you for money today because it's Sabbath, so I won't do that. But on another day, we will teach you how you can actually donate to our charity and get a tax receipt. So thank you very much.